Good evening. I'm Kate McGarvey, the Executive Director here at Legal Aid of Southeast and Central Ohio. Thank you so much for being here this evening. Every day, we meet people who are doing everything they can to stay afloat, but life circumstances, medical bills, job loss, and unexpected crisis push them into overwhelming debt. Our bankruptcy program is about more than legal services. It's about giving people a true fresh start. It's about restoring stability, dignity, and hope when it feels like there are no good options left. When someone is able to discharge crushing debt, it changes everything. It means being able to sleep at night again. It means answering the phone without fear. It means the chance to rebuild, to move forward instead of trying just to survive. And tonight you'll hear one of those stories. This story is especially powerful because it shows that this work doesn't just change one life, it changes entire communities. The individual you're about to hear from didn't just find relief through our services. They found purpose, connection, and a desire to give back. Today, they serve as a member of our board, helping guide our work and ensuring that others have access to the same second chance. That's what a fresh start can do. It is my pleasure to introduce Tanya Long to share her story with you.
My name is Tanya Long, and I've been a board member of LASCO, formerly Legal Aid, for well over 20 years. I first heard about legal aid through some friends at Gala Guild. I was attending a GED class there, and they had resources, and legal aid was one of the resources. I was struggling as a single mom. I was newly in recovery uh, from drugs and alcohol and building my life. And I was a student going to school, and just having some financial difficulties. We call it clearing the wreckage of my past, and just wanting to have a fresh start in my life. My credit score was probably somewhere in the 400s. I always paid the rent, but I would have trouble with the utilities. At one point, I did get credit cards. I didn't have the financial tools, so I owed. I owed. I was homeless for a time, and I was able to go from a shelter to getting on my feet and able to make choices like going to school to improve my life. There was fear that I wouldn't be able to finish school or that I'd be kicked out and evicted and go back. And I just didn't want that for my family, and I didn't want that for myself, most importantly, because I knew that I had it in me to do better. The people at Legal Aid were wonderful. I mean, there was no judgment. I didn't feel made to be like self-conscious about it. They were eager to help. They were caring. I learned how to have a budget. I learned how to think about my choices and make wise moves. Then, because that encouraged me, I started looking into, how do you save for the future? How do you work towards that? And I was able to pass some of those things on to my own kids. I'm a big believer that if someone pours into you, that it is your responsibility to give it back and pour into others. Everything that I've been given through this journey with legal aid, I have passed on to others. I believe in legal aid. I love legal aid. I love the work you all do. I love everybody that works here. People are very kind and they want to help. And that gives me hope.